Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of my free 3-part video course, How to Build a $17K per month affiliate review site in 30 days. This is Dr. Nick Cho from nickcho.com and easytvmoney.com. In part 1 of the video course, we looked at the $17K per month affiliate review website, what niche it was in, and what kind of content you created with the website. We also look at the first 3 steps of my 6-step system to build a $17K per month review website. Step 1, pick a niche. Step 2, identify top products in the niche and join their affiliate programs. Step 3, create content. In today's part 3, we're going to look at the rest 3 steps. Step 4, build your website. Step 5, publish your content. And step 6, promote your site. By the end of this video, you will have the complete affiliate review business formula for you to build such a business. Now let's look at step 4, build your website. Now your website is your online presence and the interface between you and your future customers. And it is one of the 7 vital factors in building a long-term business in my long-term business blueprint course. So it is imperative that you get your website right. So this is where a lot of small business owners make a mistake. They want to save money, so they try to learn how to build a website with either WordPress or maybe a drag and drop tool like Wix or Squarespace. But usually the website is just not that great. It's not very user-friendly. The design is not very professional. It really hurts your brand and conversion rate. This is the only chance for your potential customers to find out who you are as a company. So you really have to get this right. You need to give people a very good first impression. So people come here, they spend 10 seconds, 20 seconds on your website. If they don't like what they're looking at, they're going to leave your website forever. It is worth every penny to make this website as professional as your budget allows. Here, you have 2 options. Do this yourself. We call it DIY versus hire a professional team. Let's weigh our options here. There are many DIY or do-it-yourself platforms you can use to build your website. Here are the most common ones in the market: WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, and Weebly. Personally, I've used the first 3. Here, I want to demonstrate WordPress and Wix so you can see the difference between those 2 platforms. This is the dashboard for my Easy Team Money course, the back end of the website. So you can see the dashboard, you can create posts, you can create pages, and there are many plugins you can install. To create your review website, you would want to either install a WordPress theme or a WordPress plugin that supports product reviews. I will cover those in just a few minutes. If you plan to use WordPress, then there are some themes and plugins you can use to help create a great product review website. Now here are some of the WordPress themes we have used for my clients. The first one is called Review Design, and it is a free WordPress theme that supports product review websites. Then the others are paid WordPress themes, In Review from Elegant Themes, and Reviews, the Review, Gauge, and Edition that you can find from Theme Forest, Pro Review, and Reviewer from Design Crumbs. Now, if you already have a WordPress theme that you like and it's already installed on your website, you can keep the theme, but then install a WordPress plugin for your product review website. Here are some of the plugins that we liked. WP Product Review Lite from Theme Isle, WP Review from My Theme Shop. These are free plugins. Then there's also WP Review Pro from My Theme Shop, which is the paid version of WP Review. In my opinion, this is the best all-rounder if you're looking for a very versatile WordPress plugin for your product review website. Takim from Labs. It is probably the most stylish WordPress plugin. There's also Reviewer from EvoG, and it comes with 9 themes that you can choose from. If you plan to use a drag-and-drop website builder like Wix, Squarespace, or Weebly, here are a few things that you need to know. It is easier for non-techies to build a website with those tools, but there are fewer plugins and customization options for your website. Let me show you what I mean. Now remember earlier I showed you the WordPress dashboard for my website, Easy Money. click on plugins, click on add new, you can find all kinds of plugins for the functionalities you want for your website. For example, if you click on popular, you can find plugins for contact forms, SEO, e-commerce, sitemaps. All these are great tools for you to have. So you have a lot more plugins that you can install and more customization available for you if you use WordPress. In our experience, WordPress is definitely a little bit more technical, and it takes a little bit more technical experience to get it right. Now with a drag and drop tool such as Wix, it's a lot easier to use, but you will have much fewer options to customize what features you want your website to have. Let me show you the website that we built using Wix. So this is for my digital marketing agency, 631 Marketing. It was created using Wix. As you can see, it's very stylish, very modern, and you can actually add a lot more visual effects like animation, but I did not do that. It's just very clean, straightforward. It may look very simple, but it actually took me a long time to get this website right. Because you really want the website to be consistent throughout the website. I spent a few hours every day, and it took me 2 to 3 weeks to get this website right. And this is the back-end system. They call it Wix ADI, Advanced Design Interface, for you to design the website, add new pages, or edit an existing page. So here, I want to give you a quick idea of how this works. For example, I want to add a new section to my home page. So you can just click on Add. You can either add a new page or you can add a section to a page. So here I'm going to select Section to a page. So this is where I am right now. So you can choose what kind of section you want to add. For example, I want to add a contact section to this page. So you can choose what kind of design you want. Maybe I'll pick the one with the contact form at the top, drag this, just release it. After this, you can still customize how this contact section looks. Click on Edit. You can change the title. You can add description if you want. You can also add some video or audio or photos below the title. You can add your phone number, fax, etc., etc. You can add a lot of content. So you can see here it's very easy to use if you want to add a new page or a new section to an existing page. Let me talk about the downside with a drag and drop tool like Wix. I want to show you the Wix backend interface for my other website, nicholascho.com. And this is the program page for my ETV and PPC coaching program. I want to just show you how it is like to manage your blog on a Wix website. Click on here, you see my blog, and then I click on Manage Your Blog. So you can see all my blog posts. When I click on Edit, so this is kind of similar to WordPress where you publish a blog post, but the customization is not as easy as WordPress. You don't really have that many plugins you can install to a Wix website or Wix blog. I want to show you Wix App Marketplace. If I want to add, let's say, product review, you really don't have any option. I did not find any app that I can add to my Wix website to create product reviews. But if you go to WordPress, you can find many. Search for plugins, product reviews. You can actually find a lot. WP Product Review Lite, which I mentioned earlier. Review and Product Review by Review Builder. Let's click on WP Product Review. Let's look at their screenshots. This kind of layout is really helpful. Can give your website visitors a very quick overview of the product they're looking at. Ratings, metrics, or parameters, the pros and cons. Other people can also leave a reply. So far, I have not found any apps like that in Wix. That's the limitation that you would have to consider if you happen to be considering using Wix Website Builder. Does that mean that you should absolutely not use Wix? No, that's not what I mean. You still can create a custom product review page, and then you just duplicate that for another product review. But it's going to take a little bit of effort for you to create the first product review page. So I'm just going to demonstrate a little bit how I would do that. I'm just going to duplicate this page. Okay, I'm going to click Done. I'm not going to make too many changes here. Let's say you want to review Apple iPhone 10. Change this text to white. You can also change the background image over here, but I'm not going to worry about that. Maybe here, you want to add a section for pros and another section for cons. Let's do that. Narrow this down to somewhere here. Narrow this down to something like this. Pros. Left align this. Add a few points here. Stretch this a little bit. Copy this section and paste it. Drag this to the right. Now here, I'm going to talk about the cons. You can also maybe add a verdict. Add some space below this. And move this down as well. Copy and paste this as well. And here I'm just going to add a verdict, whether it's worth to buy or not. Highlight the text. Change the font. So maybe you want to remove the image in the background, or maybe you can just use a block color. If you don't have a design experience, then it will be a little bit tricky. Abstract. Looks pretty cool. Let's change that. And this definitely looks too much to me. That's why I always mention that we need to hire the professional to do our work for us. And then, of course, you can break it down to different categories. Here, I'm going to remove the video. Then you can say, read the full review. Move this as well. Reduce the height of this section. Drag like that. Then, maybe introduction. We talked about the review template in video 2. The first section in that template is introduction. And the second section can be, what factors did you consider when you review this product? Features, pros and cons in more details. Then the last but not least is your verdict, and then author bio. So this can take a little bit of time for you to create sort of the template for product review website. But once you create the first product review, then for the second product review, you can just duplicate this page just like how we did earlier. Then just make changes to this page. So it definitely takes a little bit of effort because there's not really sort of like a content management system if you're going to create a web page like this in Wix. Even if you were to create product reviews using their blog, even that, because you don't have any plugins to install, so you would have to format the different sections of your product reviews manually in your blog on Wix as well. So that's something that we have to keep in mind when we decide what platform we're going to use to create our product review websites. So to summarize, WordPress is definitely more versatile when it comes to customization, but it's also more technical. You would need a lot of experience and trial and error to get it right. Now with a drag and drop tool like Wix, Squarespace, or Weebly, you don't need to have any technical skills to use it, but you don't have any plugins for product reviews. So you will have to create the product review template manually. So there are pros and cons with both DIY platforms. Now let's talk about the second option, hire a professional team. You really do need a team to build your website. At a very minimum, you need a designer and a developer. In most cases, they're not the same person. Hiring a professional web design and development team is going to make a huge difference. Let me show you what I mean. On the left, it's most likely what your website is going to look like if you choose to do it yourself. As you can see here, it's actually a real review website. This is probably done by someone who does not have a huge amount of experience with web design and development. There's a lot of information. Then there's some links to the 5 product reviews in the first screen. Then on the right, it's a professionally built website. It just looks so much more professional when it comes to design, layout, color selection, graphics. Which one do you think makes more money? The website on the right is probably making hundreds of thousands of dollars every month. And the website on the left, I have no idea. It might not even be profitable. So that's the difference when you hire a professional web design and development team. So my advice to you, hire a professional team if you want to 3x to 9x your conversion rate. So that's the difference I consistently see when I ask my client to completely redesign their website by hiring our 631 marketing design team. At first, they always wanted to save money, so they spend weeks and even months to build their website themselves. And then they start advertising on search engines, Facebook, They just cannot make the website profitable. Then we say, you know what the problem is? The problem is not that you're not bidding on the right keywords, you're not targeting the right audience. The problem is your website. A lot of times also the content that we talked about in step 3. Here I'm assuming you already got your content right. No matter how well you optimize your advertising campaigns, if you cannot get the website right, it's really going to hurt your conversion rates. So let's work on the basics. Get your website right. Once we completely revamp the website, you can usually see that the conversion rate goes from anywhere between 0.5%, 0.4% to 5%, 10%. That's a huge difference. But on average, we see that just by redesigning your website, you can just boost your conversion rate by 300% to 900%. I know you may have many other options when it comes to hiring a great web design team, but I invite you to consider 631 Marketing. We have a team of highly experienced designers and developers that can get your website done in 1 to 2 weeks. That is all for step 4, build your website. Let's talk about step 5, publish your content. It is not as easy as it seems. You may be thinking, if I already have a website, either with WordPress or Wix, I can just log into the admin area and publish the content, right? But actually there's quite a few things that you need to consider. First, formatting. Let me show you a real example here. This is actually for one of our clients. We're managing his content. It's in the self-development niche. Once you copy and paste the blog post into WordPress, you will need to format the content here. And you would add the line breaks, the numbered bullet points, section title. Over here, you would need to change it to either heading 1, heading 2, or heading 3, right? You just need to be consistent throughout the website. And also you need a featured image that should be highly relevant to the blog post. This product review is actually a book review of Dale Carnegie's seminal book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. We picked a highly relevant image. As you can see here, this looks like it's a leader and there's some people that maybe this person is trying to influence. You really need some kind of artistic skill for you to choose a great image. It's actually not very easy. Our content editor has worked in the advertising industry for over 15 years, and she knows how to pick the best images. There are some websites that I'm going to share in a little bit where you can find free images for your website. Then there's also interlinking your articles. In part 2 of the video course, we talked about how to interlink the content in your 3 prongs. You want to link your authority articles to your top 10 lists. You also want to link from your top 10 list to at least 2 to 3 top product reviews. And then you also want to link from your individual product reviews to your top 10 list. In addition to that, we would also want to link your product reviews. For example, in product review number 1, you may also want to link to product review number 2. So that way, you can keep your audience on your website longer so that they don't leave your website. So how do you link those websites? How to decide the anchor text for your links? That takes experience. Earlier, I mentioned that you would want to find appropriate images in your product reviews, in addition to the product images that you can find on a merchant's website. So these are the few websites that we routinely use for our clients' websites: Pixabay, Unsplash, StockSnap.io, Freestock.org, Creative Commons, and FreeImages.com. Also, you might need to use photo editing tools like Photoshop to edit those images. So to do all this, it can easily take you anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours for you to publish your product review or your authority content on your website. Again, I highly recommend that you hire a professional team to help you do that. You can hire our US-based editors at 631 Marketing by visiting this link. That is all for step 5. Step 6, promote your website. Now here are the traffic channels I recommend to promote your product review website. PPC with Google AdWords and or Bing Ads. As you may already know, I'm a PPC guy and my focus has been on Bing Ads in my Easy to Money course. But here's a secret. My PPC clients spend probably 100 times more money on Google AdWords than on Bing Ads. So if you already have a product review website that has great content and a great design, you really want to go to the best traffic source, which is, in my opinion, Google AdWords. You can still promote your website on Bing Ads, but it's going to be a huge loss if you don't drive traffic from Google AdWords as well. Now with PPC, you can get really fast results, and you can measure important metrics such as EPC, CPC, conversion rate, click-through rate very easily. But the downside is that the traffic will stop the second your advertising stops. And it is also more expensive in the long run, but you should still do it. How do you compensate the downside of PPC? SEO/blogging. When you develop authority content and the product reviews, they are really also part of your SEO effort. The content will drive organic search traffic to your website. But if you only rely on this content, then your SEO traffic is going to dry out. So you would want to continue to develop content on a regular basis, however frequently you choose to do. For SEO and blogging, it's slow and it's not easy to measure results because it might take you anywhere between 1 month to 6 months for you to truly see significant results. But if you consistently produce great content on your website, it is going to pay off in the long term. So you pay your content writers for the content, but you don't pay for the traffic. This is really cheaper in the long run. 5 years later, the content that you created 5 years earlier will still generate traffic from search engines. Now there's also social media. I'm not talking about Facebook ads. I'm talking about your Facebook page or Facebook group. So it is relatively low cost. You don't have to pay for traffic. You just need to pay your social media manager to create content, or maybe you post content yourself on a regular basis. It does take time for you to grow your fan base, and engagement is more important than generating sales. So you really need to provide value to your fans by posting informational content instead of just pushing for people to buy products you recommend. I want to briefly talk about email marketing. It is still the most effective traffic channel, period. So it is very difficult to implement, but it's highly effective. It is difficult because, number one, you have to create email content to send to your subscribers. Component number two, how can you get people to subscribe to your email list? There are many technical points that I can talk about here, but if you only need to remember one thing, and one thing only today about email marketing, it is this: value, value, and value. If you have truly done your research and find out what kind of information people really value in your niche, then just create content that delivers that value. For example, if one thing that you discover in your research is that people really need to find out the cheapest web hosting company that's also reliable in the long term, do the research for your website visitors. We actually did for our clients in the web hosting niche, Jack. Lots of web hosting companies or domain registrars give you a very low introductory price when you first sign up. But then, after the first month, they increase the price a lot. My recommendation for Jack is, let's find out how much people are expected to pay for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years if they use all the different web hosting companies and domain registrars. So that's very valuable information. So we asked Jack to do the research and we sent an email out. You know what? That email converted like crazy. There are also other channels we can consider after we have tested these 4 traffic channels. Social ads, this includes Facebook ads, sponsored tweets on Twitter, and YouTube ads. Display ads, offline ads, viral marketing, PR, trade shows, events, and existing platforms such as forums, Facebook groups and pages, and Quora. I know our head can spin when we look at all the different options that we can use to promote our website, but what is most important is do the research. Find out how our competitors are getting their traffic. It's actually very simple. Competitive analysis using tools such as SpyFu, SEMrush. There are also other tools specifically for Facebook, but I don't want to go into too much details here. Let me show you briefly how you can use a tool to do competitive analysis when it comes to how our competitors generate their traffic. So for example, this is the data for a review website in the paint sprayers niche. When I enter the domain name into SpyFu, you can see SpyFu recorded 935 organic keywords that this review website is targeting, and they're getting 71,000 SEO clicks every month. The estimated SEO click value per month is $55,000. They're not paying for any traffic. Pretty much 100% of the traffic comes from SEO. That's really amazing. If you scroll down, you can actually see their competitors and also what keywords they're targeting. How amazing that is. Of course, you want to see the complete list, you would have to pay for a membership on SpyFu. If this website is also paying for PPC ads on AdWords, you can also see their ads and how their ads have changed over the past up to 5 years or so. This is just very insightful information that you can use when you decide your traffic generation strategy. And just a word of caution here, sometimes different tools may have different data, so you just have to look at them with a grain of salt. For example, the same website on SEMrush, you're getting no data. Sometimes you need a variety of tools for you to get a comprehensive picture from a competitor. Now let's take a look at another website in the elliptical trainer niche. This is the data on SpyFu. So their organic keywords, only 12, about 53 clicks. But if you look at the paid search, 5,518 keywords, estimated monthly clicks from PPC are 62,000. That's pretty amazing. That's over 100K US dollars per month in PPC spending. And if you scroll down, you can also see their keywords that they're bidding on through PPC. Best rated ellipticals, best running treadmills, etc., etc. Of course, you want to see the complete list. You need to pay for the SpyFu membership. And you can also see the top AdWords by recommendations here. You can also see the AdWords history. Right, this is the timeline here since February 2017 till January 2018. Looks like these ads have been consistently running. That means these ads are probably doing well for those keywords. For example, elliptical equipment, looks like that's a misspell. There should be 2 L's here. But for that keyword, they have been running this ad for at least a year. And so that means probably this ad has been performing well for this keyword. They'll also show you how much per click they're paying, $5.66. So this is valuable information you can use if you decide to do PPC to promote your product review website. Once you've discovered the traffic channel you should focus, it's time for you to run rapid marketing tests to see what works and what doesn't. I recommend you set up $5 to $50 per campaign for your marketing tests. You really don't want to spend too much money when you have not figured out what's going to work for you. Let's say if you're running Google AdWords PPC campaigns, and for campaign 1, you're bidding on keywords such as elliptical equipment. Let's say you're limiting yourself to up to $50 for this campaign. Then just see what kind of results you're getting. Then for campaign number 2, maybe you're bidding on keywords such as the best treadmill. Again, you would set up to $50 for that campaign. Just run very fast campaigns, and I can guarantee you there's going to be some big difference between those 2 campaigns. Figure out which campaign works the best, and then keep optimizing that campaign. And once you figure out, okay, this campaign has been fully optimized, then you can move on to a new campaign. Do you know that at 631 Marketing, we handle almost all traffic channels we talked about in this video? If you're too busy or this is too much for you to figure out how to drive traffic to your product review website or any website, any business you might have, let us help you drive traffic. Please visit 631marketing.com to learn more. Okay, now my question for you is, do you want to build a $17K per month review business in 30 days? If your answer is yes, please check back at my website, nicholascho.com/ARB tomorrow. ARB stands for Affiliate Review Business, and tomorrow at 8 a.m. US Eastern Time, I will share with you how you can get your fully functional affiliate review business in just 30 days without lifting a finger. You really do not want to miss this. That is all for my free 3-part video course, how to build a $17K per month affiliate review site in 30 days. Again, this is Dr. Nick Cho from nickcho.com and easytvmoney.com. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.